Hello everyone, welcome to the 100K update. Uh, guess what? We're going to talk about Bitcoin. I know it's been a minute, and I've been moderately busy myself, traveling a foreign country. Essentially, we've been looking at Bitcoin for months in preparation of this current move. Um, since mid-October, we've been preparing for the upward move. Right. If we go look through our Discord channel, um, talking about it every other day. And let's go over the signals that we talked about, right? Most importantly, on our daily chart, had ourselves a rare wave PM crossing. Alt V, right? So anytime on Bitcoin daily chart, you get this nice cross where everything is below the 0.7 value and the 14 period crosses up above, it's going to result in trend. Now, whichever direction the CCI is weighted, in this case positively, well, the trend is upwards. And, this is where we entered. A very large, very stressful position. And we've been letting it ride since then. It's a big move. And, that's really the reason I haven't made a big update recently. It's because I have a very large position riding this, almost 50% return, and I'm happy with that. So, with all the stress moving into it, I decided I would sit back and relax about it. Would you like to see some other locations where we've had the signal? Hey, let's talk about it. We've had one here. That's pretty. We've had one here. That's pretty. Had one here. That's pretty. Had one. Oh, history doesn't go back that far. Cool. I have to put the BLX chart, but guess what happens at these lines? What's this? Start of a new trend. Beautiful. What's this? Start of a new trend. Beautiful. What's this? Start of a new trend. It's very rare, very reliable. Did we have one here? We did. Right, everything above 0.7 crosses up. What happens? Trend. Guys, I cannot stress how obscenely reliant this is. What happened here? Nothing. Didn't work here. How about that? Usually, this is a very strong signal. Here, the downward expansion. Dips out, would have stopped out. But it does categorize impulses extremely well. And when we see it, we look at the rest of the signals, we look for confirmation. And down on the 4-hour chart, we did have that confirmation. Right? What form does that take? Separate expansions on our time frames. My dog is trying to bark at things. We do not do that. Now I'm going to do a visa run to get back into Vietnam. We'll go to Bangkok for 7 days. Should be cool. See the sights, come back. Yeah, so what's next for Bitcoin? I think that's the question you're all asking. What do we have here? pretty noisy down on the 1 hour chart, to be expected, right? After any significant move, you do have a consolidation period. What we care about is on the 4 hour, we do have these separate defined impulses, which are expanding into volatility overhead. What I'm seeing now is typically when you have a large wick like so, you would consider that a break of your longest overextended period on the condition that it is not a volatility pop and immediate recovers. So if you have a move down below the time frame and it's down below for like an hour, price is trading actively for an hour beneath the pivot, that's bad. I would count that as a close. But in this scenario, if we go on the 5-minute chart, yeah, see this? This is pure volatility pop. So if we look closely, this happens in minutes and immediately returns to a base price. So that, I would not consider that a break the longest overexpanded period. Currently, on our 4 hour chart, we are perfectly dancing along our longest overexpanded period, right? This line. You can draw that very well. This line, there you go. Now you see it. You get a bounce, you get a bounce, 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 bounce. If you try to catch this bounce, you immediately stopped out, but the bounce still happened. But we don't care about that because we entered all the way down here. Woo! How fun price action is. All right, now it's time to answer your questions. We're going to look at live stream questions. Enough gas in the tank for one more parabolic leg up. Yeah, I mean, we're above the longest overexpanded period. Expansion is still technically happening. If this wants to run, it can run. Let's take a look at H bar BTC. Whoa, I do not like these low Satoshi coins. I mean, what are you playing here? I'm just hoping that it's cyclical? I don't like to play that way. I mean, that's how I played Link recently, but Link has a bit more of a storied past on its volatility. This is, I mean, this range, is 100 sats. You are in an alt season. And then you have this big volatility pop to the upside. Weird. Yeah, so currently your longest overexpanded period quite far away. So when did you ask this question? November 27th. All right. Well, you have a pretty good eye. Hope you played it. Yeah, no, this would have been a great entry. My recommendation would have been to enter on the longest overexpanded period bounce. That did not occur. So I probably would have missed entry, but if you're just betting on trend, you had a trend. So next up, take a look at Flare. You guys buy the Hawk Tua coin? I'm assuming the ticker is FLR. Yeah. Cool. Altcoin trend, 100% in a month. That's the daily chart. Not enough history. Okay, so I don't like that. Might be another exchange. Who knows? 4 hours fine though. 4 hours is very cloudy. Yeah, we don't have a solid locks down here. I'm not interested. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Solid climb. Wow. Yeah, quite the move. We don't have a defined lock spell. Not a clean one. 4 hour any better? This is a very... Oh, 4 hours extremely clean. Holy hell. Yeah, no, that's a perfect long overextended period. Perfect bounce. You know, if we tag down back to the 3600 range off of that, 300, 1.25 standard deviation. Strong position. I would take that. Altcoin dominance. Altcoin dominance this ramp is far stronger than we've seen in the last few years. The 2022 run didn't have as nice of a kick up. Generally, altcoin dominance will tend to rise when Bitcoin is cooling down from a large move. But this one has actually coincided with the move, which I find strange. It's not something I expected. I had a lot of holdings in Bitcoin itself. I had a bunch of Link because it was at a cyclical low. That did very well. But this is new. We haven't seen this before. I think if Bitcoin has another leg up, altcoins might falter a bit, but this kind of strength is new. But alt seem pretty strong. Can I have a look at Doge? Okay. EOD. Man. Dogecoin. Missed opportunity on my part. It's thinking about buying around $16,000 at like 20 sats. But I chose a coin called Unibright instead. Unibright did have a nice 10x, but I got on that train a little late. Doge, though. Should have embraced the meme. How are we looking, though? Parabolic move, compressionary flag, far above the longest overextended period. Closest entry would be like 25% down. That's not very safe. Like it, maybe this would have a secondary compressionary period, but no. This expansion goes about 600, so the resolution isn't there. We tried 8 hour. Is that cleaner? Yeah, no, that's still far away. I don't see a good way to enter Doge. Okay. We're gonna look at Link. Yeah, this one has been a treat for me. I'm gonna be real with you. I was playing. We need to look at the Bitcoin chart for a good explanation of this. It's the way Link bleeds. It tends to see significant volatility pops after its downward moves. All right, it's in here. That was for analysis back God knows how long ago. I still have the arrows on the chart. But whenever Link sees a sustained downward move, it always has a good volatility pop back to the upside. And that's something I'm writing right now. 100% gain. Happy with that. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. USD pairs better. Obviously, Bitcoin's gone up. So yeah, that's the chat. Bitcoin 100K is going to go higher. I think so. I think people are going to say like, oh, the Republican win, big contributing factor to 100K, right? Happened nearly the same time, and I think that's kind of convenient to point out. I don't think it's wrong. I think it's painfully obvious to a point where I think it's factored into the price. And when the win did happen, it's really just confirmation bias. Like, oh, Republicans like crypto more than Democrats. That means when they win, crypto goes up. I should buy Bitcoin because that's what it means. It's very, very obvious. Basic stuff. But it works. All right. Been a pleasure. Let me know if you have any questions.